Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, well, we're working lower body. We're focusing on legs today, and all you need in today's class is a mat and just a great disposition. That's it. No weights, no nothing. We're going to be doing this all on our own, and I think we're strong enough to do that. So with that said, you want a nice cleared out area, nothing to get into your way, water close by, take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. So as we get started, simply step touch. Let's move forward and back throughout our room. Just moving our legs, getting the circulation going. And move forward. Big steps, and then move back. And again, moving forward. And move back. Right here, add in a leg curl. And up, up. Back to a step touch. And let's go forward. And let's move back. Add your leg curl. Again, step touch. And move back. Add your leg curl. One more time. Step touch, move forward. And move back. Add your leg curl. Turn this into a hip extension out to the sides, landing with a nice soft knee. And up, up, and back to a step touch. This time, stay here. Shoulders are back and down, chest is up. And think about it, when your shoulders are back and down, your chest comes up and then your ribs open. So squeeze the ribs in ever so slightly so that your abdominals are truly engaged throughout our class. Now reach the arms across the chest. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold to the right, roll to the back foot. Big deep breath and exhale. One more. And hold down, lunge forward. Inhale, exhale. Turning to the front, toes come up, bending the right leg and hinging from the hip. Inhale and exhale. And as you exhale, press your tailbone all the way back. And then switch sides. Roll through the foot, up and down, roll up. One more time. Hold here and lunge. Turn to the front, toes up, bending the leg and hinge. Again, inhale and exhale and press back. There we go, and both feet out. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, reach one arm across the chest and with a little bit of rotation, and center, and the other arm, same thing. And center, one more time, reach, and center, other side. And back to center, a step touch here. Let's take our legs out to the sides once again. And up, up, landing with a soft knee. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, toes come out, and press straight down. Now, glance at your knees for just a quick second. Your knee should land right over your ankle. Now, from there, sit up nice and tall, and squeeze the glutes to lift up. And I want you to feel like you're opening your knees wider to come down. And lift up, and back down. Now, think about what you're doing so that we work out very intentionally, incorporating all of our muscle fibers of our legs. Press up. Now, all 10 toes are touching the floor so that your feet are very stable. Squeeze up through the glutes, push out through the knees. 4 more. And 3. Now 2. Hold. Leg comes up and out. Other side, landing with a nice soft knee. Full inhale, full exhale. Think now about squeezing the glutes as your leg comes up. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold down, open the knees out. Come down, make sure your knee's right over your ankle, and from there, squeeze up and press out, and squeeze up. Using all 10 toes, they should be touching the floor, so your entire foot is what pushes you up. Squeeze through the glutes, 4 more. 3, and 2. Now 1. Move those legs in. Okay, so you can either use a wall or a chair for balance or use a focal point. Now lift up the right leg. Chest is tall, shoulders are back and down. Think of your hips so that they're parallel to the floor, and now rotate from your hip and up and back down. Now, the key here is really keeping your neutral alignment. So your ears are over your shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Bracing in from your center and lift. So those shoulders stay back and down. 3 more. And 2 and 1. Other side. Chest up tall, leg comes up and rotate. Full inhale, full exhale. Keeping those shoulders back and down, up and back down. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take the feet hip distance. Chest is up, shoulders are back and down. Pretend there's a tiny chair behind you. And I want you to aim your tailbone going back as you look up towards me. Sit back with your tailbone and then squeeze up through the glutes to stand. Now, as you sit back, your toes may come up. This is when I need you to press your toes down so it holds you stable into the ground. Full inhale and full exhale. Take your time. Think about what you're doing. Aim your tailbone back. The goal here is to always keep the knees over the ankles. So you have to sit your body weight back as you sit. Chest stays up and you're looking up towards me. Bracing in from the center at the same time. We are so busy, we have a lot to do here. Let's go for 5 and 4. Now 3. Here's 2 and 1. And up. Move the legs around. Now balancing again, either holding on or focal point. Hips are parallel. Right leg up and rotate. Chest is up, shoulders are back and down. And you're bracing in from your center. Here's a quick tip. Anytime an exercise starts to feel hard, that's when or more challenging, in other words, that's when I want you to brace in from your center even more. As long as you can breathe, inhale and exhale. 4, 3, and 2, now 1. The other side. Leg comes up and rotate. Shoulders are back and down. Full inhale, full exhale. Up. Deepening the breathing. And lift. 5, 4, 3, and 2, now 1. Move those legs around. Okay, we have squats to go. Feet are hip distance. Remember that tiny chair back there? Sit up nice and tall. Are you ready? Aim your tailbone back. Keep the knees over your ankles and keep looking up towards me. Sit back with your body weight and then pull up through the glutes, keeping your toes touching down towards the floor the entire time. Full inhale, full exhale. Five more. And 4. Now 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna balance again. Starting with the right leg, find your focal point or hold on, leg comes up. This time, place your hand on top of your quad. Your hips are parallel, push out through the heel, feel your quadricep contract and bring the leg right back in. And press out and back in. Now move slow enough that you can feel the muscle contract. This is more than straightening and bending your knee. I want you to use your quadriceps to extend your leg forward. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Leg comes up, find your balance point, hand on the quad, and press through the heel. Chest is up, shoulders are back and down. Deepening your breathing. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move the legs around. Okay, now extend the leg back. You are up in a lunge position. So the distance between your hips should be the distance between your feet so that you don't have one foot behind the other foot is slightly out. Sit up nice and tall, and your goal here is to keep the front knee on top of the ankle and bend down to 2 90-degree bends, and then squeeze up through the back glute. Press down and squeeze up. Think of your front leg as the thing that guides you down, and squeeze through your back glute to pick you up. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Leg is down, chest is up tall, you're on your back toes, and then bend both knees down 90 degrees. Keeping this front knee right over the ankle. Chest up, shoulders back and down. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we have one more round, starting with your balance and your quad. Chest is up tall, leg comes up, and press out and in, keeping both hip bones parallel to the floor as you push through your heel, and feel your quadricep contract before you bend your knee. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, chest up tall, leg up, and push. Hand on the quad. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake those legs out. Okay, we have lunges again. Step back, sitting tall, keeping the front knee on top of the ankle as you bend down, and then squeeze up through the glutes to come up. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Chest up, and bend down and back up. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move the legs around. Yes. Okay, it's time to bring the mat down to the floor, and it's actually another great time to grab some water too. So now, extending both legs out. Sit up nice and tall. And if you're in this position and you feel like you're hunched over, I want you to either sit on a yoga block or roll up a towel or your mat so that it lifts you up an inch or two, and then you'll feel easier to sit up nice and tall, because your neutral spine actually is one of the most important things. So we want to really maintain that. Once you're there, pull your toes back and simply slightly hinge forward. Big deep breath. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. And lift up. Taking the right leg in and using this leg as your anchor, I want you to bend your left knee, aim your knee out, and pretend there's a rope on the inside of your knee. And that lifts and lower, utilizing your inner thighs. Now sit up tall so we're keeping our neutral spine. Full inhale, full exhale. Now you might be doing this exercise and realize that when you're trying to lift your leg so high, you lean back. So then you don't need to lift that high. So we each have our own range of motion. I want you to find yours, but keeping your neutral spine is one of the most important parts. 3 more. And 2. Now 1. Let's switch legs. Leg goes out, chest up nice and tall, and lift and lower. Up and down. Full inhale, full exhale. Double check your posture. 2 more. 1 more. And lower down. Taking the legs into a butterfly. Big deep breath here, and as you exhale, simply shift your body weight forward. Release, inhale, and exhale. We're gonna do 1 more round. Right leg is bent, anchored in, left leg out, and lift. Sitting nice and tall. Brace in from the center, and up, down, lift, up. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, leg goes out, sit up tall, and lift and lower. Up and down. Press up. Deep breath and exhale. Five more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, flipping around to all 4s. First things first, lower down into a plank position from your knees. Let's start with the right leg, and I want you to not think about lifting. I want you to think about only contracting your glute. That's it. So you're aiming forward, bracing from the center, and contract the glute and release. And contract and release. And in turn, it lifts your leg. It feels like the lifting is a little bit limited. That's okay, because we want to focus on the contraction of the muscle. At the same time, you really have most of your body weight in your forearms. Your spine remains in neutral. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. The other side, double check your posture and squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Inhale and exhale. Five, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift back up to all 4s. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to lift your right leg out to the side, but not very high. The goal here is both hips right now are parallel to the floor. You're very even on both hands and on your right knee. Now left leg goes out without shifting your body weight. So hold yourself centered, squeeze your glute, and lower. And squeeze and lower. Inhale and exhale. Notice how your weight is staying in the center and you're not leaning to the left. You're keeping your body very centered. 4 more. 3, and 2. Now 1. Lower down. Balance your body weight, and the other side, same thing. Holding yourself centered. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back in a child's pose. Might as well throw in a little stretch here and there. Now let's come back to the front. Onto the elbows for your plank position. Tailbone is down. Now think glutes. Squeeze and release. We're not lifting, we're just contracting the muscle. But at the same time, you're bracing in from the center and holding that. And of course, breathing. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, same thing. Squeeze and release. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sit up into all fours, balance your body weight, and squeeze the leg to the side without shifting your weight to the left. Four, 3, 2, and 1. The other side, up and down. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sitting down here in the front, we'll take a moment for a small stretch break. I think I'm already sweating. This is good. One leg goes out, cross the leg on top, big deep breath, and exhale and hinge forward. Now lift the knee and rotate to the side. And again, hinge forward. And rotate. One more time. Hinge. And rotate. And release. The other side. Cross over, big deep breath. Exhale and hinge. Knee comes up and rotate. And then release. Let's lean over to the side. All the way down. Now, legs are in. You're stacking your hips one on top of the other. At the same time, brace in from your rib cage. Knee comes in. I want you to push your heel out as if you were doing a leg press. And pull the knee in and press out. And think about a nice straight line. Bringing the knee in straight and pressing the leg out. This makes you slow down a little bit. At the same time, we become more intentional. We can feel the glutes contract when you extend your leg all the way out. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg in. They're parallel, and they lower and lift. Lower and lift. Think about squeezing this glute as the leg comes up. Brace in from your center. Keep the hips stacked one on top of the other. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now rolling over onto your back. Let's call this intermission so we can give that hip just a little bit of a break. Hands behind the head. And hover off the ground. So that means you're lifted up slightly off the ground, and I want you to hold the weight of your head. From here, take your resistance into your rib cage. Squeeze the ribs tight and then release. And that in turn is what lifts your head up off the ground. Contracting in from the center. Full inhale, full exhale. You have 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go again. Stack the hips. Hips are in, leg comes up, push out, contract through the glute, pull the leg back in, and push. Working on keeping that leg traveling through a very straight line. Press out and leg goes in. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg in and lower and lift. Contracting through your glute as the leg comes up. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Stack the hips. Knees are bent at 90. And bring the knee in and push out, squeezing through the glutes. Press out. And again, push through the heel. Full inhale, full exhale. Five more. and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg up and lower and lift. Bracing in from your center, squeeze through the glutes and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more little intermission. Hands behind the head, hover off the mat, and squeeze through the rib cage to lift. Feel the ribs open and close so that you're not pulling from your hands. You're actually allowing your hands to hold the weight of your head, and the upper body lifts because of the contraction in the center. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn to the side. Here we go. Last round. Stacking the hips, leg in, and press out. Full inhale, full exhale. There we go. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Now the legs are parallel, and lower and lift. Feeling the glute contract as you lift the leg up. Deep breath and exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now roll back over to your back. Extend one leg up to the sky. You can extend your left leg up. Heel to the sky. Now think about pressing your tailbone into the ground and then lightly bring the leg towards you, keeping your tailbone into the floor. Release and press in. Release. Let's press in and let's hold here. And release. Now take the leg to the side and then slightly to you, but still holding your tailbone down. And release. So both hips remain parallel to the floor. One more time. And then the leg comes up. So again, tailbone down. This time cross over the midline, keeping this left hip in the ground, and then bring the leg slightly to you. This is probably one of the stronger stretches. I can feel it more, at least for me right now. Release and press in. One more time. And release. The other side goes straight up, tailbone down, and then slightly to you. Release, press in, and again, and hold. Now release, let the leg go to the side, pull towards the shoulder, but still keep your tailbone into the floor and your hips parallel to the floor. And release and press. And now let that leg go, let it cross over, keeping the hip on the ground, and then press in slightly towards you. Release. And then let go. So rolling back up, this is another great time to grab some water. Let's extend both legs out about hip distance. Now remember, if you need to sit up on something, you can do that in order to sit up straighter so you keep your neutral spine. From there, slightly hinge forward and hold. And as you hinge forward, toes come to you, chest stays up, and tailbone aims back. Deep breath. Exhale. And release, cross the foot over. Stretch over in the figure 4. And now lift the knee and turn and hold. Aiming your shoulder back as much as you can. And release the other side. Cross over, big deep breath. Exhale and hinge. And knee up and rotate. And then release. And sitting with your legs out or crossed, whatever feels comfortable. Both hip bones in the ground. And let's go for a side stretch. So press your left hip into the floor as your left arm goes up and over. And hold. And now same arm, sit up, cross over the chest and hold here. Shoulder goes down and back. Same arm, reach across. And now the other side. Up and over, pushing your right hip into the floor as you stretch your arm over. And now sit up, arm comes across the chest and hold. And now reach with a little rotation. And then let go. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and of course, keep the body moving. Until next time, bye for now.